don't know. It's so much that as a parent, you're keeping bad things away from your children. I think that's the easy way out. I think that's the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil way out. And now you throw them out in the world and they're like, hey, you didn't tell me about this. This thing exists and you didn't explain it to me. And now I have no defense mechanism against it. I think as a parent, what you're doing is trying to guide your children through the stuff, not keep them away from the stuff, but guide them through it. I don't think that this is an easy thing at all. But what I will say is, I think that that is effective parenting. The upper echelons of parenting. This is what you should be doing.
Except for parents. I think this is the part that we have done a poor job with society, is that we pretended that all adults are mature. Now, all adults are responsible, regardless whether or not they're mature or not. But like, it is the goal of maturity to walk through and know what the rules are, to know when you apply the rules and when not to gain that level of insight of discrimination so that you can be mature enough to say, this is right in this context for this reason. This is wrong in this context for this reason. And that's what adults are supposed to do. But like when it comes to children, like they have not been, most people have not been effectively raised yet, to be able to think that way and to have that information. They don't have that experience. And so like when it comes to putting things on the internet, I'm like, this is why parents have to restrict the access of kids to the internet. I'm like, there are so many possible options on the internet that it's hard to say that you are going to be able to vet all of them. And so kids use a much more curated experience. And I wish that was properly understood enough for people to fully accept and just use as a obvious framework that this is what parenting is. We have to keep the bad things away and keep the good things in so that kids get enough good things to start having their minds develop. Like give them time to develop, and then give them the resources to start thinking. And then you can start exposing them to more and more bad things. They're like, hey, these things are things other people think that did not work out well. Let's explore this. What about this one? What about this one? What was the lesson there?
I mean, so first of all, I'm talking about adults in the jump, because
this is an adult-only conversation. You only can have a moral conversation with adults. We're leaving the. All I'm saying is that when people say we can't put a bunch of things on the internet, I'm like, that only applies to children. That level of curation is not necessary or possible with adults. People are going to say things you don't like. We're going to have to move on. There's not enough oversight in the world that is going to fix that.
And I mean, I get the reasoning for making it possible to have parental guardrails.
Right.
So I get that reason. I don't know if I disagree with what you said. I don't know that it's so much that you, as a parent, you're keeping bad things away from your children. I think that's the easy way out, right? I think that's the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil way out. And now you throw them out in the world and they're like, hey, you didn't tell me about this thing exists and you didn't explain it to me. And now I have no defense mechanism against it, right? I think as a parent, what you're doing is trying to guide your children through the stuff, not keep them away from the stuff, but guide them through it.
I hear you. Sometimes that guiding you through is a skill set. And so it's helpful to get people the skills first.
I mean, of course I don't think that this is an easy thing at all. But what I will say is, I think that that is effective parenting. Like, I think that that's the upper echelons of parenting. This is what you should be doing. Guiding your children through things. And that, like I said, people take the easy way out. I remember it pops in my mind immediately. It was an argument. I used to listen to Colin Cowherd, Sports Talk Radio. And I don't remember the exact argument, but I guess somebody did something in sports. And maybe it was Colin Kaepernick kneeling on the sideline or something like that. And some parents were like, well, how am I going to take my kid to the game or show them this. Or I don't know exactly. Maybe it was Michael Sam and him being gay or whatever. I think it might have been Michael Sam and Mike being the first openly gay football player. And he was like, I don't know, they're your kids. Teach them.
The same way you teach your own kind of things. All the things you typically do as a parent. Yes.
But people don't want to do that.
They don't.
Josh, people, this deserves its own, more than a talk. It deserves an area of, people do not want to parent. People want to throw screens in kids' hands and have adult parties while they sit and watch phones and computer screens all day. And I mean, people, I don't have any numbers. This is what I see. Put it to you like this. Anecdotally, I see this a lot. But what I do know is that people don't like what I just said, guiding children through the difficult parts of life.